Good morning. Yes, I'm videotaping while I'm driving. Well, I don't drive like a maniac and I'm not going far, so. How have you all been? It's been a while. It's been a minute. I know it's been a busy few weeks for me. And I realized that I hadn't been on doing these. It's 2 weeks today, like, that I haven't done anything. So I felt it was time for me to come on and do something and say something, looking at my red face from my CPAP mask. So that little machine has saved my life. And I wonder when we have these symptoms or we notice things happening in our body, do we get it checked? Are you too afraid to get it checked? Do you say, oh, that's not going to happen to me, and you really don't go get it checked? So for me, the CPAP thing was it wasn't something I was really interested in doing, but then I thought, well, I'm not ready to croak, so let me just do the little test and see how that goes. And it went really well, to the point that they found that I was stopping breathing 34 times a minute. And that kind of really blew my mind. I couldn't believe that was me. In another life, I was an aerobics and aqua fitness instructor. I was a personal trainer. And in the last 10 years, it's almost 10 years, like May 2016 will be 10 years, I pretty much have stopped doing anything that was healthy. And I don't know why. I was such a gym goer. I was such a gym rat. I think I ended up using working as my filler in life, and I stopped going to the gym, where my gym used to be my filler in life, and I worked one job. So because I was on my own after May 2016, I just decided that it was better for me to take a step back from relationships and looking for partners and all that kind of stuff, and just chill the F out and take care of myself, focus on me. So really, that's what I did. I just focused on myself, but I focused on money. I didn't focus on health. So I find now that having the jobs has really created this kind of shift. At now, the age that I'm at, I mean, my God, I was born a long time ago. So I have a lot of years under my belt, and I'm really, really grateful for that. However, I don't have a lot of health under my belt. I don't smoke or drink or do drugs or anything like that, but I also don't walk, and I don't exercise, and the few attempts I have made just was like, So I have these little red marks on my face. I think it's kind of a reminder to take better care of myself, because I haven't been, like I said. And I had my gallbladder taken out in December 2023, so it's going to be 2 years. And I still have this gnawing, crampy feeling in my right side. Now, I watched this guy named Dr. Eric Berg, and I don't really do anything he says, but this morning, as I was getting ready to come to, so I still have 2 jobs, but one is a full-time Monday to Friday, 37.5 hours a week. Yeah. And then every other weekend, I work as a cashier in a small store. So it's not all of my life. I do have a weekend off, but the weekend I have off, I have my time with my grandchild. So anyway, so Dr. Eric Berg this morning said on his podcast about fatty liver disease. And I was like, wow, okay, kind of piqued my interest. And I thought, what the hell is he going to say about this, Anyway, so my gallbladder symptoms were pain in my upper right quadrant. I felt like I was like gonna die 99% of the time. And when they took it out, I didn't have that pain anymore. Until it had to be about 6 months after I had the surgery, which was great. I had relief from that very deep crampy feeling, a lot of pain in the upper right quadrant of my abdomen. So now Dr. Eric Berg says, if you have pain or crampy feelings in your upper right quadrant, you could have a fatty liver. And I was not that now. Oh my God. So I just it just hit me in the head just now that I could very well have a fatty liver, and I need to get that checked out. So he talks about eating grass-fed beef or lamb or grass-fed butters, grass-fed eggs, so a ketogenic diet. He's a huge advocate for ketogenesis. And I know people who were told they had a fatty liver and they went on a water fast and they lost like 50 pounds, and the fatty liver, it healed itself. So now I'm on my way to my little job this morning. It's 7, almost 8 a.m. on Saturday. I think it's August 6th, 2025. So I was shocked. But then I thought to myself, it's interesting how when we're experiencing something and we kind of ask about it and like think about it a lot, or even, you go into Google and you voice in upper right hand quadrant crampy pain, it may give you this fatty liver or gallbladder issue. I hadn't done that, but I talk about gallbladder stuff a lot with other people, so I guess these phones are really always listening. And I did mention like a week or two ago, like maybe I have fatty liver, who the hell knows, and all of a sudden this thing from this Dr. Eric Berg comes up. So I really want us to take a better, harder, and honest look at what we're doing. I'll be back.